Show you care. Let's go. Wow. We are out of the FA Cup. Instant match reaction. Liverpool losing 2-1 to a late goal by Brighton. 2-1. We are out as holders out of both the cups now. League Cup, of course, City knocked us out. And now Brighton, who seem to be our bloody nemesis, have just knocked us out of the FA Cup. First half, you have to say, was half decent. It was decent with chances, chances. Harvey Elliott scored a really nice goal. Salah put him through. Then they got a really lucky deflected shot. I think it was going wide from Lamptey, and then it went in off Dunk. No chance, Alisson. So first half was decent. Gakpo looked decent enough and did his best. And looked a nice little setup by him and Salah. Second half, start wasn't too bad either, but Brighton gradually grew into it. They're the home team. They'd beaten us 3-0 already in the league a few weeks ago, so we knew this would be a tough game. But I think the big change was when the changes came on. When Klopp made these, Fabinho has been moonwalking all season. He looks like he's going forward and he's actually going backwards. He's moonwalking. He was terrible when he came off. How he wasn't sent off, I do not know. The substitutions just didn't work. We went backwards for the last 20. I don't think we had any chances. It was all Brighton. And just deep in injury time, a lovely touch. He nearly took 2 or 3 players out and a great finish. But oh my God. Hi Dave, please, backup keeper didn't have a save to make. Yeah, it was the final ball again. I mean, it was just absolutely terrible. The final ball for Liverpool again was just absolutely terrible. Some good bits in it, but we're out of the cup. It's as simple as. Probably a good thing we're out of the bleeding cup because we're never going to win the fucking thing. Anyway, we're out of the cup. We're out of the League Cup, out of the FA Cup. We've Real Madrid in 3 weeks' time. Real Madrid in 3 weeks' time in the Champions League now. Could be out of that too, really. You know, we're favourites to go out of that. I know it's a while away and stuff like that, but shit show again, says Henry. FSG out, Klopp out, tactical shocker after shocker. I'm not having it. Shocking subs, says Revenite. Real Madrid, oh lordy, or lordy Dave, says Revenite FC. Gakpo, I said, 1 game, not good enough. Look, it'll take Gakpo time. The problem is we don't have time as a club. We're in a bit of a crisis at the moment. We're losing games. We're getting knocked out of competitions left, right and centre. Out of the FA Cup as holders. Out of the League Cup as holders. Champions League is not going to be any easier. We're way off it in the league. 9th in the league. Top 4 looks off, doesn't it? The window closes Wednesday. Is it Wednesday night, I think? Or Tuesday night the window closes? Crazy. Who would have thought we would be in the position we are in now as a club, Liverpool Football Club? The position we are in. Who would have thought we'd be in this position, guys? Almost a quadruple last season. And now season's basically over. Well, more or less over in January. Unless we pull one hell of a shocker off in the Champions League. I hate John Henry, says Chris M. Dave, our season just finished. Play kids now, says Salvatore. I think it's a reset now, guys. I mean, I don't even know where you'd start. I don't know where you'd start. What we need more than bloody Jude Bellingham, and that's a fact. We need more than the Jude Bellingham. We need 3 or 4 players of Jude Bellingham level. You know what I mean? We need 3 to 4, 80, 100 million type pound players. That's what we need. We need that type. It's a big drop off, and Fabinho's drop off has just been absolutely ridiculous. Can we talk about Salah? I thought Salah in the first half was half decent. His final ball, though, he keeps coming in, tracking in rather than going himself. Second half, he just dropped off a bleeding cliff. He had 1 or 2 chances in the first half, but Salah wasn't great today either. Gakpo was half decent, to be fair to him. He was trying his best. He was turning. He was running at them. But we need a big rebuild, guys. We need a big B. We need a 600 million to get out of this mess. We are in crisis, says Salvatore. At least we need short-term players like Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones did nothing when he came on, did he? I mean, even Henderson didn't really. I mean, the substitutions just did not work. Fabinho was lucky to stay in the pitch. That stupid tackle, wasn't he? He's all over the shop, though. He's really all over the shop. Mr. Bombastic, it is tiring, says Mr. Bombastic. It is tiring. I'm really tired watching them today. I didn't enjoy that game. First half was okay. Second half was just wasn't good enough. You know what I mean? As you say, we didn't really. Their keeper, who's their second string keeper, didn't really have much to do, did he? There was half chances and the final ball wasn't good enough. But I'm surprised that nobody has tried to sign McAllister, who of course won the World Cup with Argentina. Their price, look at Caicedo, he wasn't even there today. Moises Caicedo wasn't there. They sold Trossard. I mean, Brighton are a team on the up, guys. what a team on the up. I mean, he got a bit of luck today with the deflected goal just before half time, of course, and that lovely finish but at the end, but it's just not good enough. Not good enough. Our left wing playing central, Elliot right side strong, but on the left, it's not even make sense, as Chris. Come on, guys, let's get those likes up. We 17 or 18 people in. We only got 5 likes. Come on, more likes, more people come in. Let's go. Hit that like button, baby. Let's go. Let's get it up to 10 at least. So as I say, guys, get your comments in. We're not happy. I'm sure Twitter and social media is on meltdown right now. It usually is after a Liverpool loss. Blue Sky Gaming by Mitoma, says Blue Sky Gaming. Matoma, yeah. What? I mean, they got him for ridiculous. What was it 1.5, 2 million, 2.5 million, something ridiculous like that. And absolute. That's the scouting we used to be able to do. That was the scouting Liverpool were able to do, getting players for nothing and turning them into absolute gems. That seems to have dried up badly. Nunes didn't start. I thought that was a strange one. I thought Nunes should have started. He didn't do a huge amount when he came on, but he must be going, what's going on here? If not, I'm sure that Arsenal is going to buy Mick Thomas's Blue Sky. Maybe. They look like they could be in for Casado, don't they? At this moment, I would accept Sander Berg, of course, the Norwegian Sheffield United player in midfield. Jeez, well, you can't just buy fucking anybody just to buy anybody. You know what I mean? We did that with Arthur Mello, didn't we? And we know what way that turned out. We need something. We need a proper player in that midfield. I think it's more than the midfield, sadly, guys. It's not just the midfield. We've problems all over the shop. Okay, you missed Diaz, you missed Jota, you missed Bobby, Nunes was on the bench. You will miss those players. Van Dijk's injured, of course, but I think it's like a virus through the squad. There's no real confidence. You know what I mean? I mean, we went 1-0 up. We were unlucky to go in. Well, 1-1 was probably about right at half time, to be fair. Brighton would have been unlucky to be losing that game, but we did okay first half. Second half just didn't do enough. And the substitutions that were made didn't make a bleeding difference. Actually made us go backwards, to be fair. FSG are not actually selling club. They are just selling part of the club for investment, which I said about 6 months ago. They're looking for a partial investment. They're looking to sell maybe 10% of the club and get 200 or 300 million in, so they can do stuff with it. That's exactly what they're looking to do. Yes, I don't think they'll sell it. Now they could be forced out. I mean, the way the fans will be reacting to this. Okay, it's the FA Cup, but still, we've a daunting trip home and away to Madrid in February, and that will not be easy. I mean, who knows what position we'll be in then, but we have to just concentrate in the league now, try to get as many points in the league if possible. But I don't even know if that's possible. I really don't. I just don't know where. It looks rudderless at the moment, the club. It looks rudderless, 1 or 2 decent, 0-0 against Chelsea. I thought we were lucky against Chelsea. Chelsea were slightly the better team at Anfield as well. We played well against Wolves. The 1-0 win at Elliott's goal a few weeks ago, but this is Liverpool Football Club, guys. As I say, we were 2 games away from a quadruple last year. 2 games away from a quadruple. And we're losing games left, right and centre. I see we have a new physio, a woman today, yes. Hard to wake up and rub at 5 a.m. when you're wearing silk pyjamas. Best way I can describe these players mentally. They have become complacent, says Mr. Bombastic. It looks that way. I don't want to hear anything about tiredness on the 63-match season last year. Don't want to hear about it, to be honest. We're in January. Some of these had a break in the bleeding World Cup. There was a 4 or 5 week break in the World Cup. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear that as an excuse. I didn't see Klopp's comments at the end. I don't know what he said, or was he happy, was he angry? I don't know. We were awful as normal, says Ravi. We're not totally awful. It wasn't as bad as the 3-0, the one where we absolutely got hammered. It wasn't quite that tight, but we still lost 2-1. I mean, 2-1 is 2-1. You're out of the cup, That's it. Bang, deal's done. No League Cup, no FA Cup. And the Champions League's not going to be any easier, is it? So where do we go from here? It's back to the league now. I wouldn't mind us Liverpool getting relegation in the Premier League with service right, Ravi. Come on, Ravi. Come on, Ravi. That ain't going to happen. No chance of silverware. Madrid waiting nowhere near top 4, and European football next season. To be fair, I'd rather know European football next season if we're not going to get Champions League, because that Europa League is an absolute fucking ball breaker. You do not want to be in that Europa League. Thursday, travelling to Kazakhstan and all these places and miles away, trips, and then trying to play a game on a Sunday afternoon. It is an absolute nightmare. I'd rather finish 10th and get no European football and just concentrate next year. Get a load of players in the summer, just go. I really would. but does not look like Champions League football for Liverpool. Still could happen, but it's going to be a tough job. And the way we're playing, I can't see it. Can anyone remember the last game he looked like the old Liverpool? Maybe against City, the 1-0 win, the Salah goal. When was that? Back in October or something? That's about it. 1 or 2 Champions League games in the group. But other than that, guys, no. I'm scratching my head. There hasn't been many performances. You know, we're halfway through the season. There has not been many performances where we could say, geez, that's Liverpool and we're back. So you might do it one game and then the next game you go back. So they can't keep it going for 2 or 3, 4 games where you have to keep building confidence and everything else. We haven't been able to do that. And we haven't been good enough. We just have not been good enough, guys. So hit the like, hit the share. Let's go, guys. Come on, hit that like button. If we don't get top 4, John Henry, don't give money to excuse. Yeah, well, there you go. It doesn't look like we're going to get top 4 now. There's going to be big pressure on. Was it 2 days left in the window? Tuesday night at 11 o'clock or whatever, to midnight, whatever time it closes. All eyes on Twitter today. I'd say it is it was absolutely crazy. Whistle blown. Liverpool out of the FA Cup. Straight onto Twitter. Already 10 points behind Man U, says Henry. Even if FSG gets some funds, and how can we be sure that they will spend it to buy any new players for the club? Says Alan. We can't be sure. But I mean, you've got to invest to protect. You've got to invest money to protect your asset. I mean, they don't want to see Liverpool dropping down either, because you know the club doesn't become as much much money as they would like. The branding, the worldwide type of stuff, you've got to be careful of that. You've got to be careful of that. Jackie is in. I'm hurt. My heart's broken to see and witness LFC struggle like this. FA gone, Premier League gone, struggle. What Champions League? I'll never quit Sporting Liverpool. I walk with hope in my heart in the storm. At the end, I never walk alone. Absolutely. Of course, we're not going to give a follow Liverpool, but we're in a bit of a muddle at the moment, and it's going to be hard to get out of it, I think. I did say 2 weeks ago it's going to be a lot more pain. I think there's going to be more pain. I mean, Madrid could give some pain, could give some heavy pain. Who knows? In about 3 weeks' time. There's a few league games that are going to give us probably a bit of pain too, but I think you've got to get through that pain barrier and hope there's light at the end of the tunnel, and get over this season and just, as I say, do something in the summer. And it can't be just something. It has to be a major overhaul in the summer. We need a major overhaul in the summer, guys. It's not just Jude Bellingham. It is not just Jude Bellingham. I think we might need 3 midfielders, because we've got to get rid of some of the players there. Fabinho has just dropped so badly. As I say, he was moonwalking today. I don't know how he even stayed on the pitch. He only came on. He just did not work. Jurgen Klopp, nothing will happen in this transfer window. Not at all, says whoa. Maybe he said that just after. Did he? I don't know. Crazy. We shall see. I mean, I've heard him say that before, and we've got 48 hours left in him, but we'll see. But I wouldn't hold the hopes. I certainly wouldn't hold the hopes. I mean, if you were going to bring someone in, you would have brought them in early in the window. You would have brought them in January, first week, really, because we needed someone. We are crying out for someone, and we games to play. So why would you wait till the last 48 or 24 hours in a window to bring someone in? Or else it's going to be another melodramatic loan deal or something like that. Brighton deserve to win against sleepy Liverpool. Bye, Europe, says Jose Allen. Hit the like, guys. Hit the share. Let's go. We'll stay on for another little while. Instant match reaction to Liverpool being knocked out of the FA Cup by Brighton Hove Albion. Yes, Brighton Hove Albion by 2 goals. Who won a late winner after Liverpool took the lead. Through a lovely ball from Salah. A nice little finish by Elliott. Bit fortune in the goal. I mean, Lamptey shot was probably going wide. It hit Dunk's leg. No chance, Ali. 39th minute, just before half-time. Bit of a killer for Liverpool, but just didn't do enough in the second half. And that late winner, you'd probably say Brighton deserved it just for the last 20 minutes the way they played. They wanted it more. Gary is in. How are you, Gary? Hopefully you're well, my friend. Mitoma, the boy, cost 2.5 million, and he absolutely destroyed our defence. He did destroy Trent when Trent was on the pitch. I mean, he hit the ball. He has some pace, doesn't he? He has some pace every time. Just powered past Trent. That's why Trent, I think, was taken off. Elliott's goal gave me false hope, says Zane. He sure did. Egyptian King, yes, you're absolutely right. 2.5 million. 2.5 million. Oh my God, he'd be worth way more than that now, wouldn't he? He'd be worth a little bit more than that, my friend. But look, we just gotta. What can we do? We just gotta keep going. Can't throw in the towel, guys. Can't throw in the towel. This is Liverpool Football Club. The players will be gone. The manager will be gone. The staff will be gone. We'll still be here. We're the fans. We'll be here forever, through thick and thin. But it was a poor result today, especially, as I say, at taking the lead. You know, it's rare we lose games after taking the lead. Usually we let in an early goal, but it's rare. I think it's the first time this season. You can correct me if we're wrong, that we've actually taken the lead and lost the game. I could be wrong. I don't know, but just didn't do enough. As was said, did second half especially. The keeper wasn't. I mean, did the keeper any really good save to make? Their goalkeeper, had he really any outstanding save to make? I don't think so. But disappointing. It's always good to stay in a cup. Just gives you that little bit of thing. The draw, I think it's tonight and stuff like that. And City are still in there, of course, beating Arsenal, and United are still in it to beat Reading. So you presume City or United are going to win it, wouldn't you? Then they could get each other in the next round. Who knows? But I bet FSG don't even know who Brighton is or where it is. They need to go as soon as possible, says Egypt. I don't think they're going anytime soon, my friend. That's the problem. Liverpool should buy Mitoma. It's like what they say. If you can't beat them, buy them. But they haven't been buying anybody. That's the bleeding problem. They ain't gonna. You won't be signing Mitoma now. I mean, you'd be probably worth 40 million now after getting it for 2.5 million. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'll tell you who we should be signing. There's 2 or 3 people we should be signing. Even more importantly than players, the scouts from Brighton, they're the ones we should be signing, guys. Get them in. Get those boys, 2 or 3 of them, or whoever they are in. Get them in. That's who we should be signing. Because Julian Edwards is moving in the summer, so get his counterpart at Brighton, bring him in, give him the money. You're the new boy in the summer. Our scouting system need kicking out and can't find a gem all over the world. We finished maybe 6-7 places and win the ping pong tournament. We can't even win the ping pong tournament, for God's sake. We can't even win that. But yeah, look, it's disappointing. The cup, we're out of the cup. As holders as well, we had a bit of a fight. As I say, first half wasn't too bad. But just that second half thing again, I don't know. I mean, just letting the substitutions didn't help, unfortunately. At that time, the triple substitution, it just didn't do much for us. It slowed us down in a way. It worked for a few minutes. You could see the energy, but after the energy abated, everything just slowed down, say in the last 20, and it looked to me like there was only going to be one winner, and I think Liverpool would have took the draw out of your hands, even though we didn't want to replay, because it would have been another bleeding game to fit in, but we're out. It's done. It's dusted. Thursday night in Israel, what? Shame on Liverpool, what you don't do. It is look, it's a shame. It's a shame, but as I say, I'm not going to stop following them. I mean, if anybody wants to stop following them, go and follow United or Everton or whatever you want, but we just got to get behind the team. What could we do? People are blaming the owners for not spending. Yes, that's legitimate. I don't think they'll do anything in the next 48 hours, to be fair. You might get an odd loan deal or something like that, but is that going to stop? Or is that going to help us or do anything? I don't think so. UEFA conference, here we come. We will be hosting a Wi-Fi password teams. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that UEFA conference league. If you go in that is embarrassing. I'd be playing the kids and not get knocked out of it. I just would. I'm sorry, guys. Even Europa League. It is embarrassing. It is embarrassing, that Europa League. It's so many games. So many games. Okay, the only carrot with Europa League is it's European. It's a cup. And you get the Champions League spot if you win it. But it's a long way to win that. You must play bleeding half amount of league games to win that. And you've got to have a big, big quality squad to win that. You really, really do. And at the moment, I just don't. I'd rather finish, as I say, 9th or 10th in the league. And we're not going to get top 4. If we're not going to get top 4, just reboot in the summer and go again. Because you do not want the distraction of Europa League football. I'm sorry, I'm disrespecting Europa League, but we're not used to it. It's not where we want to be. It's not where we might even get Europa League football, but you know what I mean. I would rather not get Europe at all. I really would, guys. I might be harsh, but I would rather, forget about Europe, forget about all that. Get back winning league games. The bread and butter is the league, winning league games, and see what you can do from there. That's basically it for me. The Madrid home and away in February. Wow, I mean, that's up in the air at the moment, isn't it? Shout out Anfield Red. See you guys next time we play Wolves. LFC, don't forget, you'll never walk alone, says Jackie. Absolutely. Our players are more like Commodore 64 or Sega Mega Drive, maybe. Do you remember the Sega Mega Drive? Maybe it was something like that. But as I say, the substitutions just didn't work really, did they? And Fabinho has just dropped off a cliff. I mean, I don't know what has happened. That guy, he was one of the best CDMs in the world up until last year. And to go from one of the best CDMs in the Premier League or the world to a guy that's not even starting games. And when he comes on, does nothing. When is our saviour Mello available to play in the first team, says Alan? Well, I think he's back in light training and he's actually available in about 2 or 3 weeks, but I don't think he's the saviour, unfortunately. Look, as I say, it's just crazy. It's been a crazy, horrible season. And even that horrible season we had when we played centre halves as our midfielders as centre halves. Yeah, we finished third that season, guys. We finished third that season. You know, we still got Champions League. How we did it, I don't know. Alisson's header against West Brom in injury time helped, but we were a better team though. More compact. Very poor game today. Would have benched Salah, says Mark Forrest. How are you, Mark? Hopefully you're well. Yeah, Salah, maybe Salah needs a rest too. I mean, can we rest him now? We've only got league games left in the Champions League. He's not going to be rested now. Not going to rest Salah now. With the league games left. What is it, 19 league games left? And 2 Champions League games left. That's it. That's the season, guys. This side just become old. Need a refreshing younger lads. And it'll take time. It'll take time, my friend. That's the problem. But do we have time? Will the fans give them time? I don't think so. I mean, you wanted someone in January. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. I know anything can happen in 48 hours, but I think we've got to go at what we got between now and the end of May and hope something happens, something clicks. You can see Klopp, the way he's playing that midfield, and they were much tighter today. The fullbacks did not get forward in that first half at all, really. So I think he knew Brighton, if you attack them too much, they'll catch you with the pace of Lamptey and these guys. And it worked okay in the first half, you have to say. But second half just didn't do enough. Didn't do enough to say he deserved to win the game. And you have to say Brighton did, because they did enough. You know what I mean? He kept going right to the end. That's the sad fact. Hi guys, I think we played too many last season. Everybody has lost their legs, says Antone. Oh, guys, it is really, it's hard doing these videos, to be fair. I mean, I'd like to come on after a win or a screamer from Salah or a hat trick or Nunez or something and go, yes, what a win, bang, bang, bang. But at the moment, there's too many of these videos. There's too many of these lack of energy, no heart videos. Okay, it wasn't as bad as the 3-0 demolition. That was a lot better than that, but we still lost. We are out of the FA Cup, guys. We are out. Missed chances from ours, couldn't hit the barn door. Cost us, yeah. Look, we didn't get a huge amount of missed chances. The final ball was poor today, I thought. We got in fairly good position, especially in the first half. The final ball, again, you know, was poor, except the goal was a decent goal. Lovely ball from Salah and a great finish from Elliott. But other than that, not a huge amount. Gakpo was decent in the first half. Tom May, how are you, Tom? Hopefully you are well, my friend. Yeah, crazy. Left Brighton far too much room. I mean, yeah, but he took the ball there. It was lovely control and finish, but should have been tighter to him. Should have been tighter to him. Darwin, yeah, Starwin should have started. This is Gary. I was surprised. Very surprised that Darwin Nunez didn't start. Really surprised. Your live chats have become Groundhog Day, says Salvatore. I hope they're not. I hope they're not, my friend. As I say, I like going live in instant match reaction. Whether we win, lose or draw, you have to. But it's better doing it when you win, isn't it? I already miss Mane, says Zayn. We all miss Mane in the mirror. Make that change. Look, anybody would miss Mane. But it's not just Mane going, guys. The fundamental thing's wrong. The midfield is too old. We're trying to bring in too many players at once. It's different when you're trying to integrate one player and say, right, we bring him in. We're basically changing the midfield. We're like Thiago, Keita and young Bjacic. I mean, he was okay today. Got caught once or twice, got an early yellow. I think that frightened him. He got taken off. So he didn't get a great... He's only 18. Can't say much about him. So even Thiago wouldn't have a huge amount of legs. And, he's a great passer of the ball and stuff like that, but I don't think he's the answer, guys. And Fabinho and Henderson coming on, I mean, just did nothing for us. Absolutely nothing. So a bad day at the office for Liverpool. Gakpo's playing out of position. I thought Gakpo Gakpo was decent, especially first half. He was making runs. He was taking the ball into him and turning, committing players and trying to just... The final ball just wasn't quite there. But the wavelength is starting to come up front for him, and I think he'd be okay. But just Darwin Núñez, I'm very surprised, as I say, he didn't start today. Just really surprised. How was Carvalho? How was Carvalho get injured? I keep saying all injuries through bad training. Says Salvatore. Yeah, I don't know. Carvalho's a weird one, isn't it? Carvalho is a weird. I know he's a bit of a strain, but Carvalho's not the answer either. He's only a young lad, you know. Well, we have a lot of questions, and they're not all going to be answered on this podcast. They're not even going to be answered this side of May. I mean, you're hoping the questions are answered in the summer when the big window comes in. We were hoping they'd be answered quicker than that, sooner than that, maybe even in this window or in windows gone past. But it looks like we're going to have to wait till summer. So we're going to have to cut our cloth, basically, guys, and that is not what anybody wants to hear, is it? No fan wants to hear that. We hear about Liverpool making money, making big money, and the Nike deals and selling jerseys and the worldwide franchise and all this type of thing. And when you're not putting it back into the team and the team are struggling, that's when you're in trouble. That is when you are in trouble. Gordon officially just signed for Newcastle. Says Salvatore. Yep, there you go. Look at Newcastle. That was a 45 million or something like that. I mean, Newcastle will be up there about. Newcastle are in the fray now, you know, fighting for that top 4 spot. And there's so many teams looking for. They all want the big money top 4 spot. You've City and Arsenal, which look like they're out on their own. You've United there. You've Chelsea, even probably not playing great or anything, but the amount of players they bought, they'll be back in there as well. You've Spurs going to be back in there as well. And you've Newcastle. And I mean, you've us. And look where we are. We're outside it. We are outside it. He's glad to be gone. Tom May, of course, is an Everton fan, isn't he? Tom, you're an Everton fan, aren't you? Yeah. I mean, you should spend. You're going to need 1 or 2 players in. You should definitely be trying to get 1 or 2 players in to try stay up. I mean, if you drop down with your new stadium coming in and everything, that'd be an absolute disaster. And the new manager, Sean Dyche, is in. Sean Dyche, the new Everton manager, is in. Sean Dyche. But I think you do enough to keep them up. But it's all money, guys. It's all money. It is all about the Wonga. If you don't have the Wonga, we've been lucky. We've been pulling gems out of a bag of coal for 4 or 5 years, but you can't keep doing it. The bag of coal is almost empty for Liverpool at the moment. There's no even coal in it. Never mind gems to pull out. And that's the problem with Liverpool. That's the problem, guys. Fab is very lucky to have escaped the red card, says Jose. Yeah, I don't know how he stayed on there, but it's not only that. His pace is losing the ball. Can't even pass the ball. He's basically moonwalking. Fabinho is moonwalking in midfield, and you cannot moonwalk in midfield. Yeah, I think we need to do business quick because we need players now with FFP against us. I don't know who we could get, says Tom May. I think Dyche is too defensive, though, says Mark. Well, he stops you losing games, doesn't he? Though you need to win games. Draws won't be enough, I suppose, to stay up. That's the key there, isn't it? Liverpool have to knuckle down now, says Gary Richards. Should have had to knuckle down a few months ago, to be fair. You know, pre-World Cup, we needed to knuckle down. We thought we'd get a new version of Liverpool after the World Cup around Christmas time. Just haven't seen it. We just didn't do it today. Kanate exacting revenge for the French bad fell on McAllister. Look, Kanate and Gomez were okay today, but still not the finished articles. You know, you have to say, but it goes back to that midfield again. It's just not functioning. It's not functioning, guys. Fabinho's first touch passed to the opposition. Second touch should have been sent off. Yeah, well, he wasn't. It's the cup. We're out of the FA Cup, guys. We are out of the FA Cup, and it does not feel good. I wanted it as a little confidence booster, you know, and to get some revenge on Brighton from what they did to us a few weeks ago in the league, losing 3-0. I thought we'd get it when Elliott scored early on, but, you know, I certainly didn't think we'd lose when we went 1-0 up. It could have been a draw replay. We didn't want to replay and stuff, but it is what it is. Back to the drawing board for Klopp. Trent was getting cut out far too many times. Yeah, he was getting cut out again far too many. I mean, Mitoma was just running past him, kicking the ball past him. He'd no pace. Absolutely no pace. And he's getting cut out far. That's why he was taken off. What changes do you want to see? This is Mr. Bombastic. Jesus, the podcast isn't long enough, for fuck's sake. We need 3 or 4 fresh players in, and quality fresh players. I don't think that's going to happen in the next 48 hours, guys. I can't see anything happening. Unless something just comes out of left field. But I doubt it. I really, really doubt it. And I just think, as you say, got to get behind the team and hope things change quick, fast in the league. Need to get up that table. But to be fair, it's going to be more pain. I can see more pain in the pipeline for Liverpool. I really can. We're just not there, guys. We are not there. The midfield transition to the front line. I mean, we're putting a lot of pressure on young Stefan Bjecic, 18, just only gone 18, and he's in the midfield starting. All the pressure's on him. He wasn't great today, but he's a young lad. Even Harvey Elliott, a lot of pressure on him, 20-year-old. Got the goal, did okay, but they're 2 young lads trying to pull a multi-billion-dollar club, heritage history club, one of the most famous clubs in the world, through a really dodgy spell. And you're looking to the likes of the senior pros. You're looking to the likes of a Henderson, a Fabinho. That's what I'm talking about. You're looking for the seniors, a Mo Salah. These seniors, a Robertson, to pull the club through. And they're not quite doing it. They're not quite doing it, guys. But as I say, Klopp's substitutions, I can understand the substitutions. They just didn't work. They just didn't work. Why they didn't work? Henderson, Fabinho coming on, didn't really do anything. As I say, Fabinho was looking to stay on the pitch. He was moonwalking. He was basically moonwalking in a Michael Jackson video. That's what he was doing in midfield. Basically moonwalking in a Michael Jackson video. Looks like he's going forward, but he's going backwards. Fabinho. I don't know what is going on there. What is going on there? Can anybody tell me what the story is with Fabinho? Does anybody know? Is it the drop of form? The drop off is just, it's literally, it's not just like a wave. It's just like a cliff. Bang. Unbelievable. Changes. I want Keita out, Salah out, Trent out, Jones out, Fabinho out, Gomez out, Chamberlain out, Phillips out, Williams out. Who do you want in? Gakpo is not better than Ngog. 44 million Gakpo, 80 million for Nunes. Would have bought us very speedy and aggressive midfielders. I still think Nunes will be okay, but he's not getting a chance. Didn't even start today. I was surprised at that. Why are we even training? The longer the break, the worse the performances, LJ. Yeah, seems to be. Breaks just don't seem to do us any favours. I mean, did a whole week to prepare for this. A whole week. It's rare to get a whole week to go from game to game. And we got a whole week to play. I think we've another week, a whole week to go. Will we get more of the same in the league game? Who knows? Possibly. We're losing to Wolves, mark my words. It's Wolves next, isn't it, in the league? This is the type of game you need Origi. Yeah, will we let Origi and Minamino go? Impact subs. I mean, we Nunes on the bench. Came on. The bench was decent. We do miss Jota. We do miss Diaz. We even miss Bobby Firmino. Never mind Van Dijk. We do miss those forward players. I mean, even if you have a Jota or a Diaz on the bench, surely last 2025 they would do something for you. They're out injured at the moment. But I can't get them back any sooner. Jota's not too far away. I think about 2 weeks. But Diaz is a little further away. But he can get one of them back in the next 2 or 3 weeks to have on the bench. But it'll take them a while to get back up to the level again because they've been away for so long. Injuries have been so bad. In Barella, Sanyana, Rice and Bellingham says, how much money would that up to be? I mean, you're talking 200 million probably for Rice and Bellingham. You're talking 300 million, 350, something like that. And I cannot see FSG spending 350 in the summer. I could see them going a bit of Bellingham and maybe someone else. But 4 players, that's what we need. Yes, absolutely. Can I see it happening? No. Can't believe we got Reds fans saying we played well, says Michael Burns. Michael, how are you? First half, I said, was half decent. First half was half decent. Doing our jobs without playing well. 1.5 time. Okay, second half. Just the substitutions just didn't work. Just didn't work. You can play well all you want and still lose. It's not really any good to you. Can't tell the players in the dressing room after it and the final whistle goes, you're out of the FA Cup, guys. Till next year. You played well, but you're out. That type of thing. So, not really good enough. And not good enough today, guys. Just not good enough today. And it's, as I say, I don't like having to come on straight after the match to be talking about Liverpool losing games, and it's just happening far too many times this season. We'll need to talk to a therapist after this season, says Barry. Yeah, it's a bit of a therapy session now. This is a therapy session now, my friend. Get your anger out with the comments. I'm sure Twitter is not a place to be right now. I'd say Twitter is absolutely exploding with FSG out, Klopp out, everyone out. I say it's absolutely ridiculous right now, but I'll have to go on it later, of course. But at the moment, let it die down a little, because when that final whistle goes and Liverpool lose a game or are knocked out of a competition, Twitter absolutely explodes. Check me on Twitter. It's at Dave's LC Chats, Twitter and Instagram as well, guys. Haven't got enough attacking power on the bench today. Well, that's what I'm saying, Mark. I mean, we do miss Luis Diaz. We do miss Diogo Jota. When those two boys are fit and raring to go, I mean, they give you something different. Even Bobby Firmino, something different. They aren't there. They're just not even on the bench. Klopp was threatening Thiago. That he would sub him out. I did hear Klopp shouting on the sideline about something, all right. I don't know who it was aimed at, but I did hear him shouting. Big summer coming, can't believe every Reds believes that. Big up, Dave. Keep the good work up. Michael, thank you very much, my friend. Hit the like, hit the share, guys. Let's go. The next batch of kids are a few seasons off. Can't be relying on kids, though. We need quality. We need quality, guys. Quality street. That's what we need. We need to go down quality street. Can't keep going back to young lads or Milner or people like that. We need quality, refreshing. That's what we need. Mark, last minute of game and Brighton had 2 players free to put cross in. Schoolboy defending. Trent 100 million, Salah 80 million. Sell now. Who's going to buy Trent for 100 million? You name the club. You named the club. I know Barca are interested in him. 100 million? Don't think so. Salah 80, yeah, maybe. But I mean, you know, it's crazy. I mean, from such a high, not only last season, we've had such a high for 4 or 5 seasons, to be fair. Ridiculous. Since about 2018. That mad season when we got the Champions League final. Ultimately lost, but it was a crazy season. From 2018 to now, and the last 6 months or whatever, it's all fallen by the absolute wayside. At least our women lost 3-2 in the Women's FA Cup today. Show more fight than the men. I don't know. We're both out. Who cares? We're both out. At least our women lost 3-2. Well, how could he show more fight? He lost 3-2 and we lost 2-1. We both lost by 1 goal. Yeah, just not good enough. Absolutely not good enough. All over the shop at the moment, and we need to do something fast. I thought we turned the corner with those 2 little results. The 1-0 away at Wolves and a 0-0 against Chelsea. Looked a little bit more compact. And spells in the first half, but back to the same old, simple defending. I mean, your man was, as you said, allowed to get the ball in. So easy. And it was a lovely finish and stuff like that, but too easy. Schoolboy defending, in my eyes. Schoolboy stuff. Absolute schoolboy. Real would for Trent. I don't even know if they would now. I mean, Trent's form has dipped. You know, maybe last year they might have, but it's absolutely dipped. Trent needs to go into midfield, says Mark. We've been talking. There's your new midfielder. There's your new FSG. Breaking news. FSG have just got a new midfielder. Trent goes into midfield. Oh my God. So we don't really have cover. Okay, Milner can play there. You know, okay. Calvin Ramsey, who we bought, the 20-year-old from Aberdeen, who's always injured. He's never bloody fit. I mean, that was another crazy, weird one. Young player of the year last year in Scotland. Brilliant, really, really brilliant, but he has to be fit to play. If he's not fit, he's not going to play, you know. I was hoping we'd see more of him this season. Trent's hair is waning down, says Lee. Our midfield, still worse than Brighton. Brighton has done so well in recruiting. As I said, the people we should be signing is Brighton's recruitment staff. They're the ones we should be signing straight in for, giving them whatever they want. Julian Ward's leaving in the summer and getting their Julian Ward, basically, and bringing him into the club, or bringing Michael Edwards back. Something like that. Something drastic like that needs to be done. As I say, the bag of coal is empty, guys. We keep putting our hands into the bag of coal, pulling out diamonds, emeralds, sapphires. We're still only pulling out bags of coal in the last one or two windows, and the bag of coal's almost empty. So there's not many more diamonds in there. I think you've got to spend. That's the problem. And that's obviously the issue with FSG, isn't it, guys? You've got to spend to buy a new bag of coal, basically. A new bag of coal. I'd give Trent a floating roll and buy a new right back to Salvatore. Yeah, maybe. But, I mean, Klopp obviously doesn't... I mean, he would have tried him in midfield now. You would have thought if he would have had that idea. Why not play him in a cup game, you know? But didn't do it. So no more Kelleher for the season. Else is LJ. I think Kelleher will go in the summer. To be fair, I mean, he needs to play football. He's good enough to play first team football. Really good keeper. And to play for Ireland as a number one, he has to be playing first team football. Is he good enough to play Premier League first team football? Yes, I think he is. But that'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on. Will Kelleher go in the summer? I think there's a possibility that Kelleher could go. I mean, one or two good young lads. Davies is a decent keeper. Patchy is a decent keeper. Obviously, Allison is there. But it's always good to have a good second keeper. I mean, Adriana be gone as well. So we got to be careful what we do there. But I do see a move for Kelleher in the summer. I really do. Surprised that he played Allison today. Yeah, I thought Kelleher would have started today. Allison wasn't at fault for any of the goals. I don't think he could do anything. He was wrong-footed for the first one. And it was a really good finish for the second one. So I don't blame Allison today. Allison was decent today. But again, midfield moonwalking, guys. It's the story. It's like a thriller world tour. It's like a thriller world tour with Liverpool's midfield. Look like they're going forward. Look like they're progressing. But they're actually going backwards. Moonwalking. Phillips is going tomorrow, says Salvatore. Yeah, another one, Phillips. I mean, look, is Phillips any better than Gomez, Kanate, Matip, Van Dijk? Probably not. You know, Reece Williams as well. I think he's back from loan, is he? Reece Williams. After LFC fans are the mugs being treated so badly when they follow the team all over the UK and Europe. God knows how Shanks feels in his grave, says Henry. Look, Liverpool have been in worse places than this. This is what I keep harking back to you guys. Liverpool have been in worse places than this. I'll just mention Roy Hodgson back in 2010. We were all over the shop. We really were. We were a sinking ship, guys. A sinking ship. Will we get out of this mire that we're in? Yes. Will it take time and investment? Absolutely. So a bit more pain to come for Liverpool this season. There's no doubt about it. Until we get the settled squad, we get the few guys back, the likes of a Jota, Diaz, Van Dijk, Bobby, get them back in. Open the checkbook in the next 48 hours, which I can't see. But, you know, Arthur Mello, the saviour. When we get players back, it boosts the squad and attacking options. If you've more attacking options, just gives you that something different last 20-25 instead of the same old. I fear Real, says Jose. Look, it's a while away. Real aren't exactly firing on all cylinders, so I think Barca are winning that league. But that's going to be tough. That is going to be tough. Real could play their academy team and still win, says Henry. Henry, I've spent thousands on LFC and I've actually not spent any more until we sort out this crisis. FSG will not be happy to hear that, Salvatore. They want you to spend your money, baby. That's what FSG want. Spend the money so that they don't buy players, don't invest in players. Elliot's position is cursed, says LJ. Oh my God. Me, 2 in tickets and merchandise. Yeah, look, we all know about Liverpool's merchandise. It's come on leaps and bounds last 10 years. Night deals. I mean, look at me. Look, AXA deals, the training ground, night deals, the new stand, which will be in force from August, start of next season, 23-24 season. An extra, 7,000-8,000 seats, something like that. Cannot wait. But just really looking at it. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. I'm not going to stay on much longer because I keep ranting. Do you want to go in there? But no, I'm not going to stay on much longer, guys. Give it another minute or two and I'm out of here. Because I have to go. But I mean, we have been poor today. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the League Cup. We're still glimmers, little glimmers of hope that we might do something in the league to get top four, but even that is slipping and slipping away. Real Madrid in February. It is not looking good. Instant match reaction, guys. That's it for now. 45 minutes in. Hit the like, hit the share. Talk to you soon. Liverpool are out of the FA Cup, guys. Brighton have beaten Liverpool with a late winner, 2-1. The window's open for 48 hours, but don't hold out on that one. Do not count your chickens on that one, guys. Stay safe. Talk soon. Bad day at the office for the Reds, guys. Cheers.